I am proud to present to you our 2019 student speaker, Carlos Rodriguez.
When my best friend called me 2 weeks after the hurricane, all I heard was a sigh. I remember sobbing, my air returning to me as if I had been holding my breath, because I was. When I told her what people were saying on the news, she exclaimed, "Huepa!" Forgetting that word can either mean we are celebrating or someone made a mistake. What a word, to pull itself in two different directions, both a branch to the sky and the other to the earth. Aren't we always trying to bridge impossible definitions? Cuando el mundo se derrumbó, me desgarré, y en la ruina encontré confusión. For the past 4 years, I've been struggling with all of my definitions. I've been stuck in a place between here and home. Coming here as a wide-eyed Puerto Rican, I had the chance to reinvent myself. Necesitaba saber quién era sin el dolor. There are things about me that cannot be described in this language. In my time here, I've learned that to be Puerto Rican is to belong in both places and neither at the same time, to be both American and foreign al mismo tiempo. There is truth in saying I didn't know what racial privilege was before I came to Iowa. I had no word for it, no concept of my skin making me anything other than special, because I am Puerto Rican, son of the African, Spaniard, and Taino. My family is a mosaic of color, strength, and growth. How could this skin and this blood be anything other than amazing? But it was. Cuando el mundo se derrumbó, me desgarré, y en la ruina encontré distancia. While I perceived my own lack of privilege, I didn't truly understand what true powerlessness was until Huracán Maria hit Puerto Rico. I still remember the day the island went dark and I was here instead of there. I remember crying in the writing center, feeling the loneliest I've ever felt. It felt unfair because while my whole world was crumbling, the people around me remained intact. It was jarring, la incongruencia. To some, my tragedy was just another Wednesday. Just another Wednesday. And the worst part, I understood the mentality. I think that's what happens when you come from a colonial state. You accept less than you deserve. I accepted that others didn't know or care about what was happening. I accepted that nothing would be done. Cuando el mundo se derrumbó, me desgarré. Y en la ruina encontré ausencias. After the hurricane, my grandmother died. Months later, my brother committed suicide 2 days before the 4th anniversary of my mother's own passing. In that time, I didn't know what to do with myself, because what do you do with loss? How do you reassemble yourself? What do you do when you have to rebuild yourself again and again and again until you don't recognize who you were before? I won't lie and say I didn't think about throwing it all away. I thought about dropping out, going home, and never looking back. But I didn't do that. My grandmother once told me that when times get tough, the only thing left to do is keep going. Lo único que puedes hacer es seguir, Carlitos. I can't tell you how I survived because I don't know how I did it. I guess what changed for me was the understanding that when the world crumbles around us, we must look at the wreckage and then build a new one out of the remaining pieces. For better or worse, I am still here, and all of this, it has to mean something. Why all that suffering for nothing? My grandmother didn't raise a family all on her own for me to just give up. Mi padre no arriesgó todo para yo darme por vencido. I owed my family more than giving up. Cuando el mundo se derrumbó, me desgarré, y en la ruina encontré absolución. I wish my mom could be here today. I wish my grandma could see me today. I wish my brother could hear my words today. But they can't. No están aquí y nunca volverán. Lo único que tengo son mis manos y lo que queda por caminar. Cuando el mundo se derrumbó, me desgarré y en la ruina encontré consuelo. Papi, te encontré a ti. Gracias por tu sacrificio y por estar aquí. Elida, te amo. To all who came before me, thank you. To those who have rescued me, thank you. I remember who I was back then, how I lost all hope in myself and in my future, but I learned from the absolutely wonderful people I had here that sometimes the biggest changes happen when we break. I would not have survived it all if I had not had those who cared about me holding me together. They stuck me back together with sweetness, with plantains, the sticky infusions of my dreams, y tal vez estoy aquí frente a ti todavía un hombre herido. But I am more whole than before. Cuando el mundo se derrumbó, me desgarré. En la ruina encontré consuelo. When the world fell apart, I tore myself wide open. And in the wreckage, I found solace. There are times when we all want to crumble, give up, and walk away from our work. There are times when the world is too much to handle. But if I have learned anything, it's that no one is going to make anything better for you. You have to do it for yourself. Yes, there will always be people around you, but the only one that can sift through the wreckage of you is you. Sometimes you have to say, "Wepa," regardless of the context you mean. We are each bundles of contradictions trying to make sense of ourselves in an impossible world. So here's to all the people I've been, and all the places I've been them in, to who I am now, and who will be once this moment is gone. Remember who you are here now. Take a moment and feel it. Remember what this feels like, because we don't know what the world will bring tomorrow. And all of you, by courage, have graduated. All of you, by sacrifice, have succeeded. All of you are new and on the brink of brilliance. At this moment, you are among family, you are among friends. Hold on to your identities and always find your way home. It will save you. It saved me. Cuando el mundo se derrumbó, me desgarré. En la ruina, me encontré a mí. When the world fell apart, I tore myself wide open. And in the wreckage, I found myself. Thank you.
Thank you, Carlos, for those great remarks. We wish you well. And I want to acknowledge Carlos's father and sister, who are here today from Puerto Rico. We know the past few years have been tough on you. We wish you well, and we know you're proud of Carlos.